Welcome to Sundry Sports for Tuesday, July 21st. A little late night. Been doing that a lot lately. We start with Cowboys Wire, brought to you by USA Today. Adam Redmond's versatility may make him keeper for Cowboys. I believe I read this headline yesterday. The NFL season seems right around the corner. When the Dallas Cowboys eventually line up to play, they will have one of the top-rated something or others, and his name is Adam Redmond. 5 most underrated or overrated Cowboys in Madden 21 ratings. As the new football season draws closer, video game and fantasy football enthusiasts are preparing for yet another year of exhilarating ancillary enjoyment. As I've said before, I don't really give a fuck about, Madden ratings. In year 2 of 3-year plan, linebacker Luke Gifford will gain value for Cowboys. A year ago, the Dallas Cowboys had one of the elite linebackers groups in the NFL. Leighton Vander Esch was coming off a stellar rookie year. Sean Lee is always great. I'm not sure who else. Cowboys begin signing 2020 rookie class ahead of camp. The Cowboys have started to bring their rookies into the flock. With reporting day less than 24 hours away, the deals are starting to flow. Here's who's in, how much everyone will get, and how it will impact the 2020 cap. More headlines. NFL sets training camp dates for Cowboys, blah, blah, blah. Wisconsin Pipeline, Tyler Badass. Connor McGovern has the athleticism, and blah, 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 blah. Training camp date set. Ezekiel Elliott in elite company. No Cowboys Chiefs. NFL offers to Knicks 2020 preseason. No! Why are you going to give in like that? This uppity players union should be put in their place, NFL. I was kind of looking forward to Cowboys Chiefs preseason game. Moving on to the ESPN Daily. Good morning. Dwight Howard was the lone attendee. Every time. Dwight Howard was the lone attendee at a league-organized pool party in the NBA bubble. As someone who ate their lunch alone in the cafeteria like a regular Steven Glansberg for a solid 2-week stretch in 8th grade, this story hits different. Here's your ESPN Daily. Okay. Listen up. How Simone Biles found her voice. Didn't we already do this? Having won a combined 30 Olympic and World Championship medals, Simone Biles is the most decorated American gymnast, full stop, and her story intersects with that of the two most infamous and winningest coaches of USA Gymnastics, Bela and Martha Karolyi. The Karolyis are the subject of a new 30 for 30 investigative podcast, Heavy Metals Inside the Karolyi Gymnastics Empire. They had this already on another ESPN Daily. What the fuck? It includes a look at their complicity in the rampant sexual abuse of athletes by medical director Larry Nassar, and the way Biles navigated their restrictive culture and spoke out against abuse. On today's episode of the ESPN Daily Podcast, ESPN's Alyssa Ronick shares the story of how Biles found a way to win outside the norms of USA Gymnastics and the Karolyis. Okay. Things to care about. The Bubble Diaries. 2 weeks down, an indeterminate amount of time to go. Players have been inside the NBA's indeterminate. Is that the correct usage of that word? Players have been inside the NBA's Orlando, Florida bubble for about as long as I would stay at sleepaway camp growing up. Shout out to Camp Friendship. As a seasoned summer camp vet, I know how much life can be lived in a 2-week period. That's long enough for one to overcome the oddity of the situation, make a routine, build some camaraderie, bemoan the subpar food options, establish favorite activities, and start to miss your family. Although comparing the accommodations at Walt Disney World Resort to those at Camp Friendship would be like likening the Ritz-Carlton to a Motel 6, I feel like the players' collective experience through week 2 hasn't been that far off. The athletes have found their favorite activities, including but not limited to fishing and hanging at Rick's Sports Bar and Grill. They have begun to adjust to the obscure reality of having a proximity monitor beep whenever they are within 6 feet of another person. Oh, that's awful. And they have started to suss out the boundaries of where the bubble ends and the public sidewalk begins. Some of them, okay, this was just Dwight Howard, even took part in the NBA's well-intentioned but poorly promoted pool party with DJ Nasty. Bubble life, get into it. All eyes on playoff LeBron. Not mine. As the NBA prepares for its restart, the stakes have never been higher for LeBron James. Okay, that might be slight hyperbole, but the expectations are high. I hope he crashes and burns. James is in his 17th season and not getting any younger. If King James proved anything before the coronavirus panic brought play to a halt back in March, it's that he's still completely dominant. But theoretically, even LeBron isn't going to be immune to the effects of father time forever. After a hiatus of almost 5 months with nothing to do but train and film TikTok videos with his family, LeBron is rumored to be in remarkable shape. So ahead of a postseason that very much feels like title or bust for the Lakers, we polled 5 of our NBA experts for their thoughts on the big LeBron questions. Namely, will LeBron dominate or show his age in Orlando? Is this LeBron's best remaining shot at a 4th NBA title? What would winning a championship this season mean for LeBron's legacy? How should we think about LeBron's place in the best NBA player conversation? What is your bold LeBron prediction? Should LeBron be MVP over Giannis Antetokounmpo? Just kidding, we didn't ask them this one. But we did ask a separate panel to award each top individual honor of the 2019-20 season right here. Things to watch. Bowl with the reach. What is with these people and their fucking weird-ass names? Not your average wingspan. Denver Nuggets practice footage from the bubble shows Nikola Jokic passing out of a double team and finding 7'2" rookie Bol Bol. What? Bol Bol? Who flexes his ridiculous reach by rising high above the rim to convert a basket. Get ready, NBA stands. The Bol Bol giant is coming. Overheard. A day doesn't go by when I don't think about him. LeBron James on Kobe Bryant. Remember when? Manny gonna Manny. On this date 16 years ago, Manny Ramirez performed perhaps his most mind-boggling play, and there were a lot of mind-boggling plays when he cut off Johnny Damon's throw in the outfield. Damon returned the favor 10 years later, cutting off Ramirez's ceremonial first pitch after a pregame ceremony honoring the 2004 World Series champions. Okay. Until next time, remember, on what would have been Robin Williams' 69th birthday, I'll leave you with his wisdom. No matter what people tell you, words and ideas can change the world. This has been your ESPN Daily for Tuesday, July 21st, 2020. And last of all, Yahoo Sports, read and react. Report. NFL agrees to 0 preseason games. Ugh. Boo. Guess who's... I'm so sick of people suddenly transforming into doormats. That's what I'm sick of. Guess who's throwing out the first pitch at Nationals-Yankees opener? Well, I don't really care. NBA, no positive COVID-19 tests within bubble. Okay. LeBron thinks he's made a strong case for MVP. Of course he does. Sean McVay, skeptical NFL season will start on time. Screw you, Sean McVay. The Lead, new era of sports debate. By Dan Wetzel. Morning. Yesterday, a billionaire NBA owner and a United States senator spent the day arguing on Twitter. It was ostensibly about sports, but it quickly broke into a game of cable news bingo, with the two sides bringing up the national anthem, Hong Kong protests, Black Lives Matter, Uyghur internment camps, panic responses, and, of course, Donald Trump. In the end, nothing was agreed upon other than both sides accusing the other of being a hypocrite and a coward. It was typical Twitter. Mark Cuban and Ted Cruz aren't your typical Americans, and their argument will soon fade like all social media kerfuffles. Kerfuffles. Just a couple of Texans blowing off steam on a hot summer afternoon. Yet in their own weird way, they represent the current heartbeat of the country where everything is an impassioned fight. It's one reason the disconnect between quickly changing institutions, including sports teams such as Cuban's Dallas Mavericks, and the part of the public who are set in their ways seems to be growing. As sports slowly return, the contention is everywhere and it's unlikely either side is backing down. This is where we are right now in the United States and in sports in particular. Cuban's initial response, if you don't want to support his team if any of the players kneel for the anthem, then he is boldly showing you the door, was the most telling. Not long ago, leagues and teams feared such fan defections and certainly didn't invite them. That was then. Now they are rewriting the rules of engagement and don't seem to care who is troubled by it. If they lose customers, and they will, then that's that. If they have to fight with the junior senator from their own state, then bring it on. Welcome to 2020. I don't think he's a junior senator anymore. It's a whole new world. For the fans who don't like it, they'll either have to adjust or take their entertainment dollar elsewhere. It's going to be part of the fan experience going forward. The teams and leagues seem to think they can weather any backlash, or they think the threats are overblown, and in the end, the chance to watch Patrick Mahomes or LeBron James or four wide down the backstretch at Daytona is enough to retain fans. Or maybe the leagues and teams are going to do what they think is right regardless of the consequences. Oh, I don't think it's that they think it's right. That's not it. I think they are misguided as to what the majority wants them to do. We'll see, but as Cuban and Cruz went back and forth, the battle lines became clearer and clearer. In this most unusual year for sports in America, things are only heating up. That was only vaguely about sports. Game plan. Paler. Here's what it's like for an NFL team heading back to camp. Eisenberg. Founding family of Redskins logo mixed on its retirement. Why on earth did you put Redskins in quotes? Founding family of Redskins logo mixed on its retirement. Schwab. Empty feeling. Giants and Jets will play without fans this season. Wasn't everybody going to do that? U.S. versus 2020. It's not, us. Excuse me, whatever, us. Us versus 2020, okay. Thanks for reading today's issue of Read and React. And thank you to anybody who might be watching or listening to this. And good night.